Saudi ships d'écouter on NS Weekly English News. The government has taken a short-sighted, counterproductive, even careless approach to the crisis, said Human Rights Office. The United Nations is getting daily reports of rapes and killings of Rohingya minority in Myanmar, although the government was insultingly dismissing the claims and making the situation worse, the UN Human Rights said on Friday. Zaid Riyad al-Hussein said in a statement that the government led by Nobel Peace Prize winner Aung San Suu Kyi has taken a short-sighted, counterproductive, even careless approach to the crisis, which could have grave long-term repercussions for the region. At least 400 people have been killed according to the state media, and the United Nations has estimated 27,000 members of the largely stateless Rohingya minority have fled across the border to Bangladesh. At the United Nations, Director General of Arakan Rohingya Union ARU, Dr. Waqaruddin met the Malaysian counterpart at the United Nations headquarters on the meeting Rohingya issue no longer an internal issue of Myanmar. The ethnic cleansing, violence and political and human rights violations against Rohingya ethnic minority by the government of Myanmar is having deep impacts on stability of the entire South and Southeast Asian nations and great turmoil in ASEAN. Director General of Arakan Rohingya Union, Dr. Waqaruddin, and the Malaysian ambassador to the United Nations, Datu Ralan Ibn Ibrahim, met at the Malaysian mission at the UN in New York and discusses the current emergency situation faced by the Rohingya people in Arakan. Ambassador Ibrahim reaffirms Malaysia's commitment to finding a solution for the Rohingya people in Arakan in Myanmar. More than 2,000 people came on the streets of New Delhi, India to raise their voice against the hidden genocide of Rohingya in Myanmar on 19 December 2016, to stand with their disapproval and anger over the killing and atrocities by the Myanmar army against Rohingya Muslim minority. Nawa-e-Haq Welfare Association, Rohingya Youth Union, Rohingya Refugee Committee and AIMIM, and the media partner Arakan News Agency. Right group says Myanmar army targets civilian in systematic campaign of violence as ASEAN discusses the issue. Military action against Myanmar's Rohingya Muslim minority may amounted to crimes against humanity, Amnesty International said as the government called a meeting of regional leaders to discuss the issue. The Myanmar military has targeted Rohingya civilians in careless and systematic campaign of violence. Rafandi Damin, Southeast Asia director of rights group, said in a statement on Monday. The deplorable actions of the military could be part of the widespread and systematic attack on the civilian population and may amount to crimes against humanity. The reports come as the Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi is meeting fellow members of Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, in Yangon amid regional concerns over the situation in western Arakan state. Malaysia said on Monday the plight of Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar was a regional concern and called for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations ASEAN to coordinate humanitarian aid and investigation alleged atrocities committed against Rohingyas. Malaysian Foreign Minister Anifah Aman was speaking at the meeting of the 10-nation bloc in Yangon called by the Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi after weeks of reports that the army has killed, raped and arbitrarily arrested Rohingya civilians. Myanmar has denied the accusations, saying many of the reports are fabricated, and it insists the strife in Arakan state, where many of Rohingya live, is an internal matter. In addition to fending off diplomatic pressure over the crisis, the Myanmar government has also invited a hand-picked media delegation to visit the affected region this week. Anifah said events in Arakan state were a matter of regional security and stability, noting that about 56,000 Rohingya now lives in Muslim-majority Malaysia, having fled previous unrest in Myanmar. We believe that the situation is now a regional concern and should be resolved together, Anifah told the meeting according to a transcript of his speech provided by the Malaysian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Indonesia's Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi arrived in Dhaka to discuss with high government officials the current ethnic cleansing and persecution on Rohingya minority in Myanmar's western state of Arakan, as well as finding a lasting solution to the Rohingya crisis. During her 24-hour visit, she will be discussing Rohingya issues with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her Bangladesh counterpart A.H. Mahmoud Ali, and visit Ukhaya to see the conditions of Rohingya refugees, according to a diplomatic source. Masoodi came to Dhaka after attending a meeting along with the foreign ministers from the Association of Southeast Asian Nations (ASEAN) with Myanmar State Councillor and Foreign Minister Aung San Suu Kyi in Yangon a day before her visit to Bangladesh. Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi met with the regional foreign ministers to tackle growing international criticism of her army's forceful treatment of country's Rohingya minority, which some critics say constitutes a crime against humanity. She came to Bangladesh to talk about the Rohingya issue, as Indonesia wants to comprehensively address problems related to Rohingyas fleeing along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border, said a foreign ministry official, adding all countries that attended the meeting in Yangon freely expressed their opinion in an effort to reduce regional concerns over a situation in northern Arakan state of Myanmar. Investigation Commission of Myanmar indulges in falsehood again. Burmese Rohingya Organization UK or BROOK and Rohingya Organization Worldwide strongly condemned the false and fabricated statement of the Government Investigation Commission led by military-appointed Vice President Wu Min-shui, which was released on 14 December 2016. They demanded for an international and UN-sponsored investigation commission in order to find out the truth and bring the perpetrators of all atrocities in Rohingya villages to justice. Arakan Rohingya National Organization, Burmese Rohingya Organization UK, Bradford Rohingya Community in UK, Burmese Rohingya Community in Denmark, Burmese Rohingya Community in Australia, Burmese Rohingya Association Japan, Canadian Burmese Rohingya Organization, Rohingya Advocacy Network in Japan, Rohingya Arakanese Refugee Committee, Rohingya Community in Germany, Rohingya Community in Switzerland, Rohingya Community in Finland, Rohingya Community in Italy, Rohingya Community in Sudan, Rohingya Organization Norway, Rohingya Society Netherlands, and Rohingya Society Malaysia. These all organizations are signatories to this statement. Police have recovered the body of a Rohingya man from Lida camp a few hours after he entered the camp in Cox's Bazar, Teknaf Upazila with bullet wounds. Shalom, aged 40, was found dead at the camp on Monday afternoon. Shalom was son of late Saidul Amin and had hailed from Myanmar's Mangala area. He was left with gunshot injured outside his home after military entered the village, indiscriminately arresting and shooting Rohingya civilian on Sunday, December 18th. Mr. Alam's sister Fatima Khatun said, "On Sunday the troops pulled out my brother from home and later he was found him laying unconsciously with gun injury." Expecting proper treatment, they crossed the Bangladeshi-Myanmar border point in morning. He was pronounced dead at 9 at the A Block Leda camp before receiving a treatment that they took dangerous journey for. Thank you for watching these ships. Hope to see you very soon with more news.